fans, so I want to ask you guys something. Why do you think Tyson Fury decided not to wait for Anthony Joshua? I honestly do not know. I really don't even have an opinion, honestly. But what I do feel is that Tyson Fury should have waited for Anthony Joshua because at this moment in time, you think about it. Think about it. Think about another big payday for Tyson Fury. See, Anthony Joshua, in my personal opinion, I do feel like he could get another big payday for himself. It may not be a big blockbusting payday, but he still has names out there that we want to see him face. We want to see him against a Deontay Wilder. I sure would like to see a part 3 of Andy Ruiz. Like I said, there's a Derek Chisora, there's a Dillian White, there's a few other names out there. For Tyson Fury, he's actually defeated a lot of these names. He's actually went toe to toe with these names. He's actually beaten a lot of these names already. So there really isn't not a whole lot of value of us wanting to watch. There's not a whole lot to see when it comes to Tyson Fury fighting all these other different opponents right now. Now, could I accept the fight with him and Andy Ruiz? Sure, absolutely. That sounds like a very fun fight. You got both Andy Ruiz, who has a big win over Anthony Joshua and is coming off a few victories over Chris Arreola, and then Luis Ortiz. So sure, I could actually see that happening. But anybody else, nobody wants to see a Deontay Wilder Part 4. We already seen it 3 times, and we've seen exactly what happened. Maybe if Deontay Wilder comes in and does a little destruction with some of these other fighters, then yeah, maybe we could see a Part 4 down the line. But as of right now, no. Anybody else? You got a few other well-known guys in the heavyweight division, but none of them that really screams big pay-per-view or big showdown with Tyson Fury. We remember those Deontay Wilder fights because it was just such a spectacle, especially that first one, the trash talking that these guys did. And then we remember how he was knocked down and almost knocked out Tyson Fury and rose up like The Undertaker. And then how that destruction that he put on Deontay Wilder, that second one. And then that back and forth they had in the third one. So we remember, and that's why those fights were so special to us, because they were really, really, it was almost like they were battling each other. It was a back and forth war. Unfortunately, Deontay Wilder did get beat pretty badly in both the second and third fight, but still, it was something to very much like be hyped for, be excited for. You think about anybody else that Tyson Fury goes against, aside from Anthony Joshua, it just doesn't scream excitement. It doesn't get you in. It doesn't pull you in. It doesn't make you want to go take a Saturday off and watch that fight. Unfortunately, no disrespect to these other heavyweight guys. They're all doing their thing. They're all making a name for themselves. But aside from Andy Ruiz, I can't really see anybody else to really truly get excited for, aside from Alexander Usyk. But he's already said that he's not coming back till later on next year. And Tyson Fury wants to fight now. He wants to fight December 3rd. I believe he has a date already booked. So I definitely see him making a kind of a poor choice to cancel the Anthony Joshua fight, because I do believe that's just the next biggest payday that he can actually make, the biggest blockbusting fight that he can actually make. Could it have the potential to be bigger? Yes, but it also has the potential of it not happening at all. If Anthony Joshua is still undefeated, then yes, this is a big blockbusting fight. But being the fact that he's already lost 2 of his last fights, and has the potential of losing more, quite possibly, then yeah, like I said, this could be also a potential this fight does not happen at all. And we could be missing out on something very, very special with 2 of the biggest heavyweights Britain has ever seen. So I definitely feel Tyson Fury made a big mistake by pressuring Anthony Joshua, not because he doesn't have nobody fight. Of course, he could fight anybody and it would be pretty entertaining. But as far as it being blockbustering, unfortunately, no. There's really a very little out there that's going to be very big blockbustering. Very little that's going to be eye-catching. So I do feel, again, like I said, I do feel like he did make a mistake on letting this Anthony Joshua deadline get the better of him. We are just a few more days away from being October. That's plenty of time to promote this fight. I promise you, these 2 guys are names. Could you promote it bigger? Sure, but at the same time, there's no need, because you got two really big popular names in Europe. Pretty popular over here in the U.S. as well. So I promise you, it's going to sell itself. As soon as you put it on there in ESPN, it's going to sell itself. You guys don't even need to do press conferences. You guys don't even need to do all that stuff, which I hope they do, because the trash talking alone would be very, very entertaining and very exciting. But I definitely feel that fight should happen now, because again, I don't want to know we're on the risk. I'm not saying that Anthony Joshua cannot get off a few victories. Sure, he could. You know, he can actually play safe and fight a few other decent opponents. Some of them that won't cause too much danger to him. But yeah, could we see this possibly in summertime or maybe later on next year? If he does win a few fights, then yeah, absolutely. But why wait? Why wait? You're both here now. You both can make it happen now. You're both on the top of the world right now. As far as Anthony Joshua, maybe not the top of the world, but still relatively very, very known and very popular still over there in the UK. So I really feel like this fight should happen now. It shouldn't be waited. The contractors should be already taken care of, whatever the stipulations were, 60-40, rematch clause, whatever network is going to be on, because I believe one fight's on Showtime, the other one fight's on DAZN, whatever the case may be. Like, there's money for everybody, and there's ways to make this work. So I really hope they do make this work. I really hope they change their mind. Tyson Fury changes his mind and say, hey, yeah, you know what? Here's a little bit more time. Let's make this happen. I hope it does. But what about you guys? What do you guys think? Do you think this actually could take place? Do you guys think this actually could happen maybe this year? Do you think this is going to happen ever? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.